Hi everyone, it's Louise from Lulu Purple. Today I'm going to be showing you a mixed media birthday card. So first of all, I'm going to use some stamping card and I'm going to cut out this using my Sue Wilson dies, and I'm also using the small banner die. So here I'm just using a stick pin to go through the holes to open them up a little bit. I'm now going to use one of the penny black stamps from the set called Wonderful, and I'm going to use my VersaFine Onyx black ink pad. For my happy birthday words, I am using the Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous set called Crazy Talk. So I'm now just using a scrap piece of paper because I only want the happy stamped on my banner first. I'm just doing this again on the second one, and then I would just stamp out the birthday on the second banners, and just using the scrap piece of paper so that the happy doesn't come out onto the piece of card. Next, I'm going to use my Derwent Coloursoft pencils. I'm going to be using light sand, mid terracotta, dove grey, pale mint, blush pink and blue. So I'm just going over the hedgehog skin, and I'm just doing this very quickly as I'm going to use my paper stump with my Cestit blending fluid, and I'm just going to go over the top of this to make it a light smooth colour. So here I'm doing the same thing on the hedgehog's back and the prickles, and I'm just using my blending tool or my paper stump just to blend out the colour and drag a little bit of the brown onto the body just to create a shadow. For the cheeks, I'm just going to lay down a circle of pink and just smooth it out again with the blending stump. And for the parcel, I'm just going to use the green, and exactly the same way, just go over the whole of the parcel and then blend it out with my blending fluid. I then do the same with the blue on the bows and the dots. I am now using the dove grey to create a shadow so that the hedgehogs are not floating, and I'm using my blending fluid again to blend this out. So I'll just quickly show you what I use to take the colour off my paper stumps. It's just a sanding block from the local DIY shop. I'm now going to use my cracked pistachio distress ink and my blending tool to go around the outside edge of my hedgehogs. I am now using my Mermaid Lagoon distress ink, and I'm just putting it down onto my craft mat, adding a bit of water, and I'm using a piece of acetate packaging just to splodge the ink onto my piece of card. I then do the same with my cracked pistachio distress ink. I then use my heat tool to dry off the ink. I am now just drawing an arrow on the back of my piece of card so I know which way is up, and I'm using my background stamp Daisy Daisy to add some more detail to my background. I'm now going to use the Paper Artsy Stamps Jofi 36. Now I'm using EEG 15 Paper Artsy stamps. Next I use EEG 13 Paper Artsy stamps. I am now using my blending tool with cracked pistachio to go around the outside edge of my card. So one of these cards is going to go into my window display, so I'm using my Distress glaze over the top of the Distress ink to stop the ink from fading. Next I use my double-sided tape and my Cosmic Shimmer acrylic glue to stick my card base to my background card to mat and layer it. Again, I'm just drawing an arrow on the back of the card so I know which way is up, and I'm just trimming the card to size. I am using my double-sided tape and my Cosmic Shimmer acrylic glue again to mat and layer this onto my card base. I'm now using my Cosmic Shimmer glue again to stick my banners to my little hedgehog piece. I just thought it was a bit wonky, so I'm just using my mat and layer tool just to make sure it's straight. So here I'm just using some normal sewing cotton, which I've just pulled off, and I'm just arranging in a pile and just making it fit my piece of card that's going over the top. So I'm just pulling out the threads to make it a bit messier around the outside, and I'm going to use my Sticks to foam pads, which I use my acrylic glue over the top so it has a bit of wiggle time. So I think my eyeballing is a bit off today, so I'm just using my mat and layer tool to make sure it's straight and just move it slightly. And that is this project all finished. If you would like to buy any of the products I have used in this video, they will be listed on my website blog post. I will leave a link in the description box below this video. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you have, please give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Links to my website, Facebook and more will be in the description box below. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you got inspired.